Good call. Welcome everybody back to episode 5, season 4 of Chase the Bracelet. We have Ed with 24,000 in chips, followed by Robert with 13,500, Mark with 7,900, Bobby with 7,300, and Paul with 1,600.
You're right. I'm good.
There you go.
Pop started.
It's a stack of someone that's just not as lucky as you.
That's right. No, that's right.
Paul, exclaiming luck still.
First stack will be Ed.
What are the blinds, Tony?
Blinds are 400, 800.
Yeah,
I wasn't worried.
and you're lucky you quoted ace jack to me, saying that
You see B Million with an ace jack off. See if he ships it here.
Paul with half his stack in the big blind.
Mark all in. Bobby B Million all in.
We have two all-ins.
79, 73, all in. 79, 73.
Action on Robert.
Mark's got the 79.
I have less. I have 73.
Good luck, everybody, but Bobby. Good luck, Ed.
Thanks.
No problem. Did I muck your cards already?
I think the happiest person in this race right now is Paul. Paul just hoping that Robert calls and takes them both out.
I'm betting if Rob calls, Paul will fold with half his stack in the big blind.
Robert has to know he's in a race here. It's definitely not so easy when you don't have aces.
I'll fold.
I think I ran into it.
No.
Moskowitz folds also.
I was counting on them both having big fucking cards. God! I just couldn't. I know. I just couldn't pull a trigger with both of them in there. God damn it.
Whoa!
We may have children watching. We apologize for the profanity.
Sorry. I thought for sure you were making
I so wanted to with both of them.
Leaves Mark with 600 in chips.
I know you were.
What did you have?
I have
I just pulled 800. What did you have? You had the winner, didn't you?
You had Jack 8. You had Jack 8. I think you would have caught your 8.
Six.
No, I didn't have an 8.
Oh, it wasn't an 8?
I
Yeah, he had Jack
I
6.
had like a jack.
You must have your hand.
All right.
Huh?
You had the winner.
I didn't have jack 8.
I'm sure you did. He said you saw it.
No, it might have
It
been
was
a
Jack 6. He was dominated by both those hands.
Okay.
fucking quiet.
He wouldn't have caught the 6 then, would he?
I'm trying to fill it.
Mark would have beat him, and then Mark had ace
Are
6.
you all in
So
on in the dark?
Got it.
Mark
picks up
300
aces
chips.
this hand.
Mark all in for 6.
Oh, 600.
I'm gonna get out of your way.
Robert with 5s here. Mark looking to triple up. Quadruple up if Robert makes a straw.
Robert calls. Blinds are 400, 800, so that's an 800 call.
I think Paul's thinking of his ace 4 if he should see another hand here. If he's hoping that Mark goes out just for the place and the points.
Just so
That's
everybody
all
knows,
he's playing
Paul
for.
folded the small blind and he has 300 behind.
No, I
With a very smart play for the points, Paul folds.
That was
Agreed.
all position there.
No, I
Ed's
understand.
cards are still in.
Anything else?
Robert checks.
It was all position there.
Ed checks. 8 of diamonds on the turn. Players check. Another diamond.
And Mark triples up.
Aces.
What a time to get into this.
Mark actually quadruples up
I have no idea why I shoved.
to 1,200. No, 24.
Yeah. What did I?
A little less, 22.
I had an ace, too. Well, that didn't go according to plan. How did you get aces again?
It's not right.
That's not fair. How come I didn't get aces?
Well, you can't raise.
I should have. Yeah. I just folded it.
Yeah. He's telling me that I do it.
Gotta be lucky.
Smart to hold that to it.
Oh, that's Bobby's. That's Bobby's. I'm sorry.
That's alright. I'll go home.
Mark with 7s here.
See if he pushes again.
Paul with ace jack.
I think we're going to see Paul commit his last amount of chips here.
400.
Paul
There you go,
all in
Bobby,
for
you
400.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm at risk.
Punish him. Punish him.
Good luck, Paul.
Bad luck, Paul. I mean, good luck. I'm kidding. Good luck.
I know.
I hope
Too
you
loud,
really
brother.
watch this game. And then
Mark should shove here.
Mark checks.
Any checks?
He's playing for the points here also.
Oh, I thought you were
Well,
asking.
I was wrong.
I thought you were requesting.
I think I just had that
Triple lock.
Both players check. Both players check.
And Paul will take it all.
Okay.
I have
need a
I have the jack.
Sevens.
Paul will take his whole pot. How about that, smart ass?
love it.
No, actually, Mark makes.
Just the main pot.
Yeah.
His whole pot.
Fun's good.
His whole pot, yes.
How many dealers are there?
How many dealers?
How many do you have? Just one? Chris is dealer?
Chris is commentating,
I don't
so he
think
gets to
knows
talk
that.
about the hand and say whatever he wants. One must remember that.
I'm kidding. Don't say anything bad about me.
Yeah, you saw him go after that paparazzi, Chris. You don't want him coming in the booth.
Yeah, it does seem to be game 2. We had some dealer that would expose many cards during the entire game.
Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry, man. Don't get skippy there.
I'm trying.
Call.
Oh, what was that? Wait, was that a wanted to be raised, but then realized he didn't raise?
I meant to say, is it 8?
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Mean.
Folds over to Mark. Mark
Check
folds
it.
the small blind. Bobby checks his option.
We'll let this go. Check it.
16.
Robert, bottom pair.
Yeah. Some check.
I think Mark's going to look back and regret jamming with that ace 7. Like
I'm
a
gone
10
after
big
the
blind.
next
I
card.
don't think he needed to make that big a bet there.
I may be gone after. Right?
Good in this act.
Nope. Not this hand.
Paul folds.
Let him live.
Action on Ed. He folds. Mark folds.
2 million with the best hand.
Bobby gives a walk to
There's
Robert.
so much.
Bobby gives up to king
I was
9.
raising, but it was big enough. Big enough.
I think I had to beat that. I actually folded for no reason there. I came out.
Yeah, you're a king beat. Yeah, it's king.
I don't know
It was
why.
worth playing.
I don't know why I fold there. Just like with these, it's like, oh, yeah,
Bobby questioning his play.
folding this.
Action on Ed to act first.
Well, we'll see Mark get it in here. Only one that might call is Paul.
Punish him.
Mark calls 800.
Mark just calls.
Wow.
I'd love to see Robert make a play here.
Robert calls 800.
Oh, you guys
Against
don't
2
want to-
short stacks, he has enough money. Kind of turn into a bully.
Folded over to Mark. Mark checks.
Very odd how Mark played this hand.
Mark all in.
How much? 1,000.
Mark all in for 1,000.
Rob with
Robert calls.
bottom pair calls. Or, I'm sorry, third pair.
Chris
I'm now at a point where I want to entertain
Paul
you,
Moskowitz.
Bobby.
folded.
Said 7.
Good hand.
2 spades on the river gives to Mark.
Stay alive, dude.
Man, why do you keep getting soft on him?
Because he only has eyes for you.
He didn't raise, so I just went.
Well, let's talk about soft.
Paul's
All in
committed
blind.
into his small blind here.
Soft and live.
I tried
First act will be Mark.
get one spot ahead of Mark there, but he's just
8
not
minutes, 20
going
seconds
away.
left in the blinds.
Mark with an ace,
Hard.
Paul all in the small
Not getting
blind.
hard.
Let's see what he does here. He folds.
Mark fold.
Paul's hand sits
Yeah.
pretty well.
Call Ed folds.
I raise.
Roll them, guys.
I'm on a raise.
King 4, 10
I'm
6.
raise. I'm dead.
I made money.
I'm
You
dead.
made money. Save 400. Call them all in.
Got some spades in that deck.
Ooh. That's good for you. You got that
Jack,
balance.
spade.
There's your spade.
Now,
What do you
two
want?
more.
Six.
You're golden. Two more cards.
Oh,
Chop it up.
king wins. I can't fall.
The river
Well
itself
played,
is
my
not
son.
showing that.
Paul doubles up.
Here, let me tell you how I did it.
Paul has 800.
I can't wait to hear that play-by-play in the booth. Musk was a stunning move.
Do you guys know how much pain I'm in right now?
Yeah.
Do you have any clue?
You, Bobby's the one sitting on a horseshoe.
I hope that. I hope that you.
What
I
do
hope
you
get sucked
hope?
out when you get it all into the.
Action on Bobby.
Like, I hope you get
I already
it all
got sucked. You already sucked me out.
4,000.
Oh, what?
Raised to 4,000 by Robert.
What now?
Rob,
I hope that you
Jack
get it
10.
with aces and somebody has like has to call you with like 2, 3, and
Makes a
comes up.
I
huge
think I've never felt that one before.
Everybody folds.
That would so nasty if you were getting one.
I think that big a raise is just so suspicious.
No, I still think the worst one was the one I had against you on game 2.
I don't remember.
Your jack 3. You shove your jack 3. I'll remind you. You shove
Paul
your jack
never
3
forgets
against
a
my
losing
ace
hand.
king and 2 3s at the bottom.
Robert
That
attacks
one-
first.
Yep.
That was
You
my
should
that was
ask
heads
Paul
up,
about the
right?
last
Yeah,
game he
I
won,
had him
because he
covered,
had
too.
to stutter for the words.
Oh, the 3 diamonds. What do you
Wouldn't have
got?
been so loud, I could have turned it over. for him.
3 of diamonds
This is
exposed.
my ball.
Paul with 8.
Take it.
He's
No, I
gonna,
didn't take it, but it's funny that
he'll
you're.
get it in here.
Paul's missing one of his balls.
I think Bobby's.
Oh, I packed it up when I thought
Oh my god, hang on, he pulls his ball out of his pocket and don't touch me or any of my stuff.
I feel like that's
Action is on
Did we
Robert.
see this episode once with
a tell
Marco?
that he's going all in.
Moskowitz all in for 800.
Didn't we see this once with Marco?
I'm thinking about it. I don't know.
Are you upset that I went all in?
No, not at all.
He's upset you went all in with only one ball.
Mark calls.
All right.
See what Bobby does
I'll
here.
check it.
Yeah.
Robert checks
Bobby's
his,
gonna check
or
it.
Bobby
Paul.
checks his options.
He's definitely playing for the
Time
elimination.
for something new.
There's your 7-3.
Mark hits a
Mark
10.
top pair. Got shot for Bobby.
Show him the king 10.
And Mark wins it with the 10-5.
Yep.
Good hand, Paul.
Yeah.
I think you're calling it.
Paul out in 5th place for game number 5, season 4, Chase the Bracelet.
Or he was the poker after dark where Phil Helmy lined up. He was like,
It's a classic episode of Poker After Dark that
I'm gonna
Bobby's
sit here
talking
and I'm
about.
gonna anyway. I'm just gonna blind away. And he was like so mad. He just sat there and he literally like went. He never had a hand, and he like, kept letting people steal his blind. And it was funny.
Phil Locke and Antonio Esfandiari just beat up Phil Hellmuth in an episode of that. Well, Paul, playing for the points didn't work out for you, did it?
My bad. My bad.
I got the worst luck on the planet.
I'll let you do it.
I've convinced myself.
I'm not too sure about that.
I mean, you did, however, make a lot of great folds to try and get points. It just never worked out for you.
Mark act first.
Yeah, I mean, I just needed to move up one spot, and there were several opportunities to do that, and Robert could have knocked out 2 players in that one hand. I could have gotten the money at that point, but the painful hand was my 9s against Bobby.
Absolutely.
That's the one that put the hurt on me, and I actually thought about folding it because I actually my history with Bobby is I very seldom have luck against him. And that
Robert
just
all in?
demonstrated it again, that, he can just
Well-
draw out better on me.
See Robert with the ball here.
He was getting ready to stand up.
Robert takes it down.
Quick, so I don't think it was aces. Sure is better than I am. It's like ace king.
But Ed's very happy with his chip stack and is very content on
No, that one has 4 on it.
Yeah, but
going for the ride.
Ed's been playing fairly well tonight.
Has he? I haven't seen him in a lot of hands. But
Action on Bobby. First.
Roberts made some really good calls. I wish there was one more that he would have made when he had the, what did he have?
When he had nines against the
against the 2 all-ins. But maybe him seeing my nines get beat. Maybe.
I was real surprised here because he had called some with some weak hands early.
And he still had a monster chip stack.
Well, he was flopping a whole bunch. He was calling with some junk and just kept hitting everything. Bobby with the straight and flush draw.
Mark checks.
Bobby with a huge hand here.
Bobby checks. Mark checks.
I don't think Bobby's going to check again.
1,000 bet by Bobby.
Mark with actually the best hand.
You can't feel that ace high is good though.
Rabbit.
wait, gotta stop looking at your card.
Oh, my bad. Can you release the
I mean, not only did that big Bobby, cripple me, but I was just really sorry that he got chips.
Bobby hoping that he can see his straight flush come up.
The one hand against Bobby that you shouldn't have folded was your ace jack.
Yeah, I knew it. But
If Bobby were to know it was the queen
Again,
of clubs, he'd be quite upset.
But he
for
absolutely had you crossed. It is queen.
oh, did he?
Make you feel better?
Oh, Ed's got. Oh, all right. Bobby's pushing. He's shoving here.
Bobby has about 13,000. Mark has just over 2,000.
I'm very curious to see what Ed does here.
Robert
Does
has
he go like
13,400.
3x on this,
Ed has.
or does he go bigger?
It doesn't matter. Bobby's getting it in no matter what he raises.
22.
I don't know. Maybe
Race
not.
at 2,200.
I think he wants Mark to go
I
out.
think with 13,000 chips, Bobby can
Mark folded.
just make a call here. And that's if he wants to see the flop.
Bobby's all in.
Bobby
Yeah,
announces
Bobby
all
doesn't
in.
care about points.
He
Call.
just shoved it,
Yeah, Bobby doesn't care about points.
and he snapped. Ed snapped calls.
Ace King versus Queens.
I don't know if I want to do that or not.
55% for Ed to win here.
Ed got up first too.
Let's see if
Good luck, Ed.
Bobby's
I don't like that.
This is your classic race. And
Ace
an
on the
ace in a
flop.
window.
That's how Bobby rolls. That is how Bobby
Like
rolls.
13,000.
And Bobby doubles up with an ace king.
That's my fault. You should both be in the cars.
You're black.
I've never seen anyone draw it better. I really don't.
Sorry, Ed. Kids. What are we at? 5 grand?
5 1,000. Yes.
Put the roaches.
With what?
I was gonna say put the
What was
roaches
that?
out there, but you're blind.
I know a lot of things, even though I don't act or look like I do. I'm like a eyes in the back of my head.
Mark gonna get it all in here.
Mark all in for 2,400.
14 to
Rob might make the call with 9-10 off.
How much
there.
does Mark
14 more.
14 over top.
1,400?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Robert calls.
Yeah, Robert calls that.
Ace Jack versus 9-10.
This is where Robert has been running good all night. Every time he gets it in like this, it seems like he wins.
I don't know. It seems like Mark's been hitting though too.
Oh, yeah, that was not her also.
No, he did hit his 10. Right.
And Mark doubles up.
Mark, runner for Jack School.
It's got to be disheartening for Robert. Robert has tried at least 3 or 4 times to get Mark out, and he can't do it.
And the one time he didn't do it,
He would have.
actually had a hand should have done it.
Yeah, Robert, I wanted you to pull the trigger on that hand. That puts me in the moolah and the points.
Mark Jack first.
If I have to be self-serving about it, of course.
Of course.
Oh, here we go.
Bobby with 6s.
All right, this will be good.
I think Bobby at this point has more chips than Robert.
Yeah.
Bobby announces all in.
All
Call
in
by Robert.
and a
Robert calls all in. Ed folds.
Let's see how Bobby runs on the other side of the race.
I need one more, Bobby. Sorry.
800?
No, Mark's rooting for B Millionaire.
Six is holding.
king. Yeah. Robert's been runner tonight.
Because you and Mark's is both.
A well-placed horseshoe for Robert
Justice, because he misplayed a hand.
Yes.
My 9.
Justice for
Oh, yeah, that one hand.
Yeah.
the fact that I didn't call when I should have.
Usually justice is when you take a bad beat, not when you misplay a hand.
So what's that leave Bobby with?
He's got about 13,000, 18,000.
Bobby had a big
Yeah,
So,
he had big lines and he had his.
so he's still got the chirping chips. Look at this. God,
Try it again.
Ed was
this could be 4-way.
Raise to 2,000 by Bobby.
And then Mark's never going to jack queen here. And then
Call by Newman.
Newman with his ace rag.
A lot of
again.
calls here might entice some action.
He makes so many calls with
Ed
ace
folds.
rag.
What did Ed just fold?
It folds pocket fives.
That's my price Mark into calling now.
Mark
yeah.
calls 2,000. 3 players.
And Mark flopping top pair gets it all in.
Mark goes all in.
33.
Newman's got the flush draw. Depending on the chip count, might.
Oh, he's calling.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure what the chip count
Yeah,
is.
it doesn't matter. He's calling.
Yeah.
He'll never pull that.
Actions on Bobby.
Does Bobby make the call or no?
He might.
Just because he's at risk.
I think it's a big portion of Bobby's stack.
No.
Bobby folds.
All right.
For 3,300, Robert can afford it at this point.
Robert acting like he might fold. There's no way in the world he's folding.
11 outs.
Yeah.
Robert calls.
Ace king.
Fine.
Nice. I was wondering-
Turn in the river. Robert's favorite cards tonight.
I had ace king. Give it a shot.
Queen of diamonds. 8 of spades.
Looks like the Mark
Mark
survives
stays again.
Oh my gosh.
I think somebody else might need to try and take Mark out this evening.
Oh my
You notice
goodness.
when Mark wins a hand, he doesn't jump up and scream justice.
Justice.
All right. Well, it's been fun. It's hard for me to watch everyone that's luckier than me. So,
By luckier, you mean that it plays better?
no, I thought I played pretty good tonight, actually.
How'd that
Just
work out
kidding.
for
It didn't go well for me tonight.
you? Bobby with the block.
Double down.
11 minutes, 11 seconds left in the blinds. Blinds are 500, 1,000.
Rob with ace rag. See what happens here. Not much in front of him though. He's probably going to get a walk.
Rare walk.
Robert gets a walk.
Because I understand. ICM, man. So your ICM.
What you're on right now?
It's a very important mathematical solution.
Mark Dak first.
Mark with Jack 9.
God, look at all the jacks in play. Two, four-handed, and it's like two people have Jack 3.
Robert calls. Ed checks his option.
And a
Ed
jack.
Top pair.
Jack on the flop.
I believe that's
Ed
the
went
case,
all in.
Jack.
Robert folded.
3 jacks already in play, and the jack hits it. And Rob, he just got to see it for the big blind. No pre-flop raise.
First to act is Bobby V. Million.
Rob with 10-3. Ed with an ace-3 in the small blind. Let's see if he raises it here.
Ed all in.
Yeah, he's playing.
That's just
He plays in big stack poker there against the short stack.
Is Ed still chip leader?
Ed has about 7,000.
Robert is chip leader.
I thought
Newman
Ed had
is
a lot.
chip leader by 3 to 1. 2 to
Who's
1.
chip leader?
2 to 1.
Oh, Bobby.
Bobby's chip leader?
No.
Robert.
Oh, Robert?
Leader by
Oh.
5. Big line.
So the three of them are pretty close, though?
No.
Robert to act first.
Robert's
Okay.
significant.
Rob and Bobby. Ed with the ace-6 of spades.
Mark with a king queen here.
Ed all in.
Mark was wanting to do that.
Yeah,
73.
he's not going to call.
Wouldn't be surprised if he did here. You can't wait for too many more better hands than king queen.
Yeah, but I think he definitely puts that on an ace
No, not necessarily.
or a pair.
You're always the worst case scenario. Always.
I mean, you've been watching. I don't think Ed will shove with nothing.
I don't think he will
No, there's
either.
no
But,
reason at this point to shove with nothing.
Right.
but king queen is four-handed is a big hand. It was a good laydown, but I wouldn't have been surprised if he made the call.
Card doesn't clear.
Can you reset it from there? Do it up here. Okay.
Yeah, that's. Showing Ed to act first. Ed is all in.
88.
Ed all in with the best hand.
All players fold.
Good lay down. Closer than I thought.
Ed showed King Jack offsuit.
See, Ed's capable of shoving with less than king queen.
Right, isn't that what he just had?
No, he had
King Jack?
King Jack
Yeah.
there.
Rob
You
14.
just said Mark would never call because he wouldn't shove with less than king queen, and he just did.
Ed with a suited hand.
55.
Raised to 5,500 by Robert Miller. Head folds.
That's what I'm talking about.
Button moves. B million to act first.
Ready? Two to go now.
Raised to 2,000 by B million.
What was the hand that crippled suited Dan against Bobby? He had an ace. Dan had an ace.
An ace 9 versus a queen 10. Bobby got there in the river.
Bobby River did a gut shot.
Mark calls.
Mark calls there with king 5.
Bobby was betting it out, so had he not hit the straight,
Bobby flops top pair.
Mark checks. 2,000 bet by Bobby.
Dan made a good fold on the river.
75%
I think he had over 2,000 miles. About 2/3. That pretty much
Bobby
did it.
got there.
Yeah.
I mean, he got there. I mean,
He did, in fact, get there.
he has the knack.
He even called Dan's check raise on the flop.
Mark calls. Bobby checks.
Mark flops second pair. Bobby flops a gut shot draw.
1,000 bet by Mark. Bobby folds.
This is a battle. Everybody's like right on that cup. Going back and forth.
Nobody wants to go out fourth.
Trying to deal some coolers.
Nobody wanted to go out fifth either.
Oh, I find that hard to believe, Paul. I thought
I'm
you
gonna
did.
hit over because I just got sucked on.
Ed to act first.
Ed with ace 9, Bobby with 4s. We might see an all-in and a call here.
Ed is all in.
88.
8,800.
Bobby knows that he has to win one of these races sooner or
Yeah,
later.
I'd be very very
Bobby all in.
surprised if he folded, yeah.
Shows the fours.
Pocket fours versus ace 9.
So you going to him? Don't want me to win?
Who points with it?
Then I'm still in.
God.
Oh, Jesus.
Bobby
I'm
flops
gonna-
a set of fours.
I'm going to be sick. I'm just going to be sick. Bobby, he's got the horseshoe.
Ed out in fourth place.
He hits like no other.
He had the best hand.
Huh?
He had the best hand.
Well,
Don't talk
he
to
did have the
him.
best hand going in.
Yeah, he didn't
but,
have to hit.
Yes, he did not need that
But-
four to win the hand.
But if it was the other way around, he hits the ace with 9. Just
Honestly, for
I think you should still be mad at Robert for not calling with his 9s. Don't blame Bobby.
That's not right. Push that button, please. Okay, push that card. Push that card. Push that card.
Hi.
Push
Welcome.
the card.
You're in here a lot sooner than I thought you'd be. There you go.
Ed, welcome.
Yeah, Mark.
The way you were running there and playing, I thought for sure you were not going to be in here.
I didn't think so either. Like Bobby, Mr. Suck Out King.
Yeah.
Mark is all in.
Suck out that, and he complains one guy sucks out on him. Really?
That's pretty much how he rolls.
Can't beat luck. I guess.
Yeah, coin flip. You got to win them coin flips.
You absolutely. Bobby's been involved in a few races tonight, and there's no way that he could lose every one of them. Mathematically, it's kind of low. The percentage just isn't there to lose everything.
Well, no.
Robert
I
Act
lost
first.
more than my fair share.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That one was brutal though.
Yes. Queens against Ace King was.
But you won that big one against him early with the queens versus Ace Queen when he called you all in. Or
Mark
Jacks,
Jack first.
I'm sorry. You had Jacks.
I had
early.
Jacks,
Yeah,
yeah.
and he called you all in.
Yeah. I was ahead that time too, but I held
Yeah,
up.
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You won that one, and he won the next one.
Yeah.
Not the ones I can do.
No, you got it in good. That's all you can do. That kind of hand just plays itself.
Typically.
And last one he has to spike before at the bat. So
Right.
I just walk out now. It's done.
Your worship just
I don't like the other card. It's a 6 or 9.
It's the way the night rolled for me. I was rolling good there, and then it just took a dive.
2,000 bet by Bobby.
I should know when I get those queens. I should just
Robert all in.
blinded myself out. Waited long. I was going to lose anyways. Could have just dragged it out longer.
Pretty happy.
All players fold.
Gonna win again.
I still have 25,000.
Blinds are up 6-12. It looks like a pretty close tie between. Well,
Robin.
tell you, Mark doesn't have that. He's doing pretty good.
Mark's back. Rob has.
I have 20,500.
I have 23,000.
2043, that means Mark probably has around 17.
It doesn't look like that
I
much.
think Mark will be getting it in here with his ace.
Looks like about 10,000.
Like to know exactly now.
Had to do an ace, huh?
Yeah, depending on how they finish here.
Mark Dack first.
Those two will be in the first and second spots, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they're going to be first and second.
Expect Robert to push here.
Mark calls 1,200.
5 straight.
Just going to call.
Robert raises to 5,000.
Yep.
Mark calls.
I thought Mark raised.
No, Mark just called.
Robert all in.
Mark with a gunshot here.
I think Mark's going to fold here.
Mark folds.
Nice hand.
Alright,
Nice hand.
Robin's been running so good tonight. Every time he's in the hand, he flops out there. it seems.
How much fun has this been getting my butt kicked? I think I'm going to go home.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Bobby Dack first. 15 minutes, 15 seconds left in the blind.
Home.
Oh, 6. Option 1.
Mark's going to ship it here.
Mark all in.
46 more.
4,600 more for Robert to call. Robert folds.
See, in a position like that, to me, if you absolutely want to call, you should be ready to put it all in against the play of that short.
If you're going to limp in, you got to expect him to move all.
It is absolutely okay to give up your small blind.
I agree.
Oh, yeah, it absolutely is in that position.
Yeah.
Because if he's got anything at all on the short stack, he's moving in.
Yeah, well, unless you're trying to trap him, too. So.
Well, yeah, but he wasn't. That's what we're saying.
Right.
With the hand he had. If you're going to...
Mark all in.
That was a good shove right there.
Yeah, well, Mark's just playing the percentages there.
Buttons on Mark. Mark to act first.
Wow. Mark's chip stack at this point, I mean, he was down to 600 or something.
I don't think he ever got that low. Oh, yeah, he did that one. That's right. And then he
Yeah,
got
that's
aces
when I
and
folded
aces.
my big blind
Yeah.
because he was in for 600.
Mark has 82 now.
And what did he have? Aces that hand?
Yeah, he's, and
Quadrupled
Rob,
up?
Rob with queens. Let's see how.
God damn it.
Oh, he gets a walk with queens.
Okay, again.
I was like,
I was like, oh, come on, shove, shove.
oh, I've
Of
never
course,
done
we
that.
saw how queens held up against the shove before.
B million to act first.
Like Paul, seen a few.
No,
Like,
no.
I can't call because he.
That was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Somebody folding because they saw the future. I see him sucking out on it.
Rob will move all in
Gonna
here
move.
with
So
ace
Paul,
8, I believe.
we're talking about that.
45.
Raise to 4,500. Mark folds.
Effectively an all in with Mark's stack. Mark plays, he's going to play for all of it.
Button on Robert.
I mean, there's no way he's going to call that much and not just get it in.
Because he sold $1 million.
Listen, don't you worry about it.
See if Mark tries to steal again here.
Mark calls.
Showing weakness to Bobby. Let's see if he
B
raises.
million checks his option.
No, he doesn't. And B million flops second pair.
It's just hard when that second pair is only a 4.
1,200 bet by Bobby.
It's just so hard to make a pair heads up.
How much was that bet?
1,200.
1,200 was a bit.
What are the blinds? 8 or 12?
612.
So, Mark, did you really have cataract surgery? Is that what the glasses are? No. You bought those on purpose?
What are the blinds right now?
They're made to fit over our glasses. Right. No, because I had to wear the same thing when I had my LASIK surgery. I had to wear
dad, the cataract ones are like.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had some at home. I used to wear them just to enjoy it. I just like them because they fit over my glasses.
Rob with the ace 6. Mark with an ace 8. We're gonna. I think we might see an all
Mark
in.
all in.
Call.
I get a count.
59. 58.
I think Robert might try one more time to eliminate Mark.
Is that right?
I'm fairly certain
Robert
he
calls.
will.
Except
Yeah.
he's coming from behind you.
Lots of
Like
hearts.
screaming profanities, do you think?
I was gonna call that out because it's a hard
Yes,
part.
it's a lot of hearts.
And Mark.
Mark doubles up again. Fate of Robert again.
Fucking crabs, man.
How much did you have, Paul?
That is absolutely unreal.
58.
Oh, okay.
I had 82 just a little bit ago. We got blinds.
I love too.
One more
So is Mark 1 or 2 in chips?
Well, now it's gonna be hard for me to double up.
Oh, he's still third?
Yes,
He
looks
still
like
has
it. Yep.
He's got a nice stack though now.
He's got enough to make it hurt if he beats somebody.
Yeah.
He's got just over 12,000.
2 players. Robert to act first.
Rob flops top pair.
Both players check.
12.
And Mark
Bet 1,200 by Robert.
absolutely nothing.
He's got just enough to let it go.
Mark folds.
No pair, no draw.
Nine minutes, 30 seconds left to the blinds.
Have you ever actually like seen $1 million? Like just tested or something? But you don't have to
Dude,
take
why are you so worried about it?
I was trying to figure it out. For
Why do
friends.
you train?
My last name's Train.
Okay, it's the same thing.
No, your last name is Miller. Sounds nothing like
They
million.
call me B-Mill, and then it just turned into B-Mill.
Okay, I don't understand.
I don't understand it either.
I don't
A
understand.
couple people, some of my friends started calling me that.
Probably have to walk here.
And then it just stopped.
Arguing about names at this point.
TV comes over.
Whatever, those. Don't worry about that. I'll tell you in the interview after I ship this.
Would that make Robert?
It should be B billion anyway.
Right, exactly.
I didn't make it up. That's the thing. If I made it up, it would be
You
really
in South Boston, so it's the Roman
I
city.
think we're going to see Rob, Rays, and Mark might get it all in here again.
Action on Mark. Tag first. Mark raises to 3,600.
Your wife, what? Remember?
Robert calls.
36 is a bet.
Robert checks in the dark.
And Mark's going to ship it here, I think. Yeah.
Mark pushes all in. Robert folds.
Ace King with the King of Hearts. Yeah, King 10. King had hearts. There's no way to do it.
Bobby Dak first.
Hey, you're getting up there now.
I'm gonna go sit on the rail.
I'm just getting short.
All right, have fun.
Actually, I'm just leaving.
Thank you.
Everything's on this. Oh, what?
What's that?
18,
19? You have 19? Or do you have 21?
Rob with an ace-7, Mark with 10s. We will probably see a big hand here.
Robert all in. Call by Mark. Ace 7 versus 10s. Queen on the river. Gives it to Mark.
Double is up.
Mark does not have Robert covered, so Robert's still in the game.
Mark doubles up again through Rob.
Oh, and I got aces.
Tell Paul that's what happens when you know how to play the short stack.
I'm not saying that.
I think there's no way you can take first though. Like, we got it. Oh, really? Because we're gonna get so far. I mean, you're only gonna see.
Oh, I've had Dan, but
You're past Dan.
yeah, okay. Five. There. I call.
Calls.
Check.
Bobby checks his option.
Bobby turns a gut shot. Or Mark turns a gut
Mark,
shot, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Bobby takes it down.
I don't think you'll see those two get too out of line with each other.
I don't know why I was trying to do that.
Mark Dak first.
No, I can't really tango with you.
I think you'll see Mark raise up here with Queen 10.
Calls it.
Well, just a
Mark
call.
calls. Robert checks.
Robert checks.
Robert has 27 back.
$1,200 bet by Mark. Robert folds. B million to act first.
$3 million with Ace Jack suited, and nobody with anything to play.
Raised to 3,000.
Oh, Moskowitz.
Bobby takes it down.
Better than Moskowitz to do a Bobby.
What's wrong with me?
Not unless it's in the morning. It's usually good in the morning.
You have a good Bobby in the morning?
Good 20-minute Bobby. Read the paper.
Read the paper, right? By the time you get out, all that's left
Hey,
is
just know
comics.
that I Bobby all over Paul's game.
See if Mark raises his king here. Just call.
I know, I'm just sorry I wanted you out so bad that I called with the 9-9.
Call by Mark.
Yeah, I've got a feeling these guys are not going to get too out of line with each other. Mark with 2 pair.
Mark checks.
We know, okay?
Mark checks. Both players check.
I think this late in the game, Bobby's very, very few mistakes are going to help him out.
Well, he doesn't want to tangle with the other.
Mark bet 2,000. Bobby folded.
Now. With Robbie and Serge, I think these two are just going to play each other very cautious. It's a smart thing to do.
Told you. So I mean, it's in my genes.
There's no reason to really tangle unless you get huge hands.
In my genes.
Robert has most of his chips in the middle at the moment.
Bobby in my genes before.
Action on Mark.
And Rob with Ace Jack. 3 million might be doubling him up here.
Go ahead.
Oh, that sucks.
Jack 8 versus Ace Jack.
Bobby hoping for a jack here. Or an 8.
An 8, yeah.
Yeah, you should have.
Definitely not doing so hot on the cards today.
Should have left it and I would have been all got it. 3-way. Not have to rely on my suck out skills. 9, queen. That's fine.
And
You're
Oh, man.
Rob really sucks out.
Yeah.
You're shocked today.
He's like a blackjack with a Bobby.
No, I'm good.
Not surprised.
And Rob doubles up to stay alive.
Yeah, I'm surprised they did. To be honest.
It was so Bobby like that.
I know. I was supposed to hold. I was supposed to hold the 6s. Not get straight out, and that never happens to me.
1 minute left in the blinds.
Mark with the ace.
Robert folds.
Good thing Rob didn't make a move there, because I'm fairly certain Mark would have
I
called.
think Mark showed an ace to Robert.
Yes, he did.
Robert tacked first. Around 3,000 in chips. Or 4,000, no. Which is there, Train?
36.
36 kids.
All right, 3,600 all in for Robert. Both players fold.
Even though I should be calling.
Takes the blinds.
Both players folded better hands, too.
absolutely.
Last hand at 600, 1,200.
He just increased his chip stack. Just using the blinds.
Well, not really. We're all pretty.
If I go in and mark it, it records as private for some reason, so I'll have to just
Should see Mark raise
so I can have it immediately for you.
It's on YouTube as well. It's a lot
Not
quicker.
so.
I have to upload it.
Not so easy.
Oh, okay. Because I noticed the last one. was
Raise
something
25 by Mark.
I'm getting better at it.
I like it. I always watch it.
Thanks, buddy.
Whenever they come available. That's how I develop a strategy.
8-16.
Hey, you're sitting at the final table.
Yeah. Well, something must be working for me. I don't know.
Congratulations on making it to the final table.
Thank you.
Everybody here is so
Folks
proud
at
of
home.
yourselves.
200 players started this event.
200
I think
players,
we
they
might
didn't
see
all that action. It's-
and a call.
Robert all in.
Mark's going to call with ace jack.
It's 26.
Mark calls.
What do you got? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Ace 9 versus ace jack. Mark ahead
See
at
if
the
Robert
moment.
can catch the miracle 9.
What?
I don't mean it like
No, I
Ooh, in the window.
Oh,
And the jack.
And
your
the
guys
jack,
are
yeah.
such amazing. Oh! Jack one time. Jack one time.
Oh,
Dude, you're getting the best
Cannot
stuff.
Robert lives to fight another day.
Does in fact win the
That's the second time he's hit for a tournament, like on clutch.
I think all three of these pitchers are.
No, I think he just folds it. Stuff like that can't happen to you when you fold.
Yeah, that's why I'm out because they fold every hand.
It is. You blinded yourself out.
No.
Should have been jamming all the time.
Big Bob, big.
First jack is Robert.
Way more.
So you took calling up and I think he did it.
There it is.
That's a first.
Four straight.
First time you ever raised my big one. Yeah.
Mark takes it down with a raise.
All right.
No.
Great. I moved that one.
15 minutes, 30 seconds left in the blinds.
He's just mad 'cause he went in the last time the best hand and beat him.
Not basketball.
Mark folded. Bobby folded.
9 on the
Rob
turn.
with the wall.
Both hit our cards with the 9 in the window. 9 in the window.
I mean, because you saw the 9 on the window and then the jack's underneath. I think the card thought Bobby was in the hand.
Well, if I was in the hand, I would have had a queen. And that queen
Yeah.
down there.
Bobby Dak first.
Mark with ace jack.
Bobby all in for 16,100.
I think Mark is going to call here.
16-1.
Not 1,600, 16,000.
16,000.
You had a pair and
I'm over that.
Piece it together, Mark. Just think it out. If he was that big, would he do that?
Calls.
You weren't
He
supposed
says he
to
has to
there.
call and
Yeah.
does.
You're not supposed to call there. You're never supposed to call there. Not with my shit stack.
No,
Look at his.
it's okay.
That's alright.
Take him back.
oh,
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not
Oh, we can take it
We'll
back.
run him out.
No, you're never supposed to
You
call
want
there.
to fold now?
Seemed like there were years.
See how that
I
horseshoe's
think
working.
absolutely he's supposed to call there, whether he wins or loses.
If I hit, well, I'm not gonna hit, but if I hit,
You're right. I mean,
good hand.
No, he absolutely is supposed to call there. They just didn't make any sense to raise that
That
much.
should have been a game changer.
It was. You're out.
And Bobby eliminated
Bobby out.
in third place today.
Who's in first in the league?
Down to 2 players. Button in front of Robert.
Friend's gonna change
Mark
right
pull
now.
up.
Oh.
Did you guys pull one card?
Mark gets a button.
I believe Mark has a pretty nice chip lead right now.
the suck out teams are. The suck out teams are
You
a lot
have to
more.
change your seats. Just come in from the bridge.
Hear the horseshoes a clanking. Do a song.
Mark with 9-4. Rob with Jack 4.
Rob checks.
Rob checks top pair.
21.
Mark bets 2,100.
Hello, everybody.
All in by
Hey,
Robert.
How you doing, Bobby?
I'm all right.
7-1.
So,
Probably bad timing there with the 10-7.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what were you thinking there? You just trying to steal blind?
I was trying to steal blinds, and I figured Mark could never call
Mark calls.
with his stack because it's most of his stack compared to Rob only having like 6,000 or something.
Robert ahead.
Because
at
if he
the
calls
moment.
and loses, even if he's flipping, you know.
2 pair for Mark. Oh, for both, yeah.
And that. Oh,
Whew.
Game over.
Oh no,
Double
that
up?
was
No,
two
he's
pairs.
doubling
They
up.
both had
Yeah.
fours.
Yep.
Yep, Robert doubles up.
Yeah, so I don't know. I thought like in typical sit and go scenarios, like he should never want to call there for most of his stack to give me the neighborship lead to
Do
take
you
first.
really see this as a typical signal?
No, I just.
Well, and another,
I mean-
it was such a big raise. I didn't think it made that
well, because
much sense.
what the raise?
Yeah, because if you were that
Well,
good,
because if I was that good, I want Rob. He has no choice but to shove. So if he wakes up with a hand, I'm definitely getting his chips, and I'm knocking Mark out so that he doesn't have a choice to call if he doesn't have that hand.
Next on
But
Robert.
he just woke up with the top of his range, so I can't complain. I can't complain about the call, but
Right.
I'm saying from his standpoint, it probably wasn't the best time to call there with our chip stack because.
Just for him to commit his whole stack.
Because I mean, either way, he has me crushed pre-flop, but if a 10 would have came on the flop, that would have been so devastating for the tournament because now I have both of them crushed and I can just pretty much run over the table. And if he's trying to survive and he's thinking about points and stuff, he definitely wants to try to keep all his chips. But
Yes,
it
Action
worked
mark.
out.
It's definitely a points game at this point when you get down to 3 players and trying to play.
4,000 straight by Mark.
I think 7 more games after this.
Yeah, we're on game 5. Yeah. So I'm not mad about it. I mean, it's still a great call regardless because he knows I'm going to be
Robert
shoving
calls.
there a lot. But for that many chips, I feel it sucks for me because I could have wrote it out. But
It always sucks after the fact.
yeah, I don't mind my shove though. I mean, I feel like I'm going to get a lot of folds a lot there, and I haven't been shoving the button as much as I usually do.
right.
Especially today, I've been folding a lot of buttons
Both
because of
players
my
check.
seat. I have a short stack on the left. Sorry.
You're falling off, Bobby.
5,000 bet by Mark.
See if Robert makes a call here on the draw.
I would not be surprised if he did. He likes to call during, especially gut shots.
All in 15,000.
Robert all in 15,000.
See if Mark can end this right here with this call. With just a pair of 3s, it's so hard though.
10 on the dot.
Robert doesn't bet the flop. Doesn't raise pre-flop.
Doesn't bet the turn.
Doesn't bet the turn. Let's Mark bet. And let's see if Mark can make the call of the day here.
Nope. No, he ain't making it.
No.
Yeah, that's really the kind of hand you put Rob on there. He does that a lot.
First act is Robert.
Move raise.
I think Mark will make the call here.
Absolutely.
Mark calls 3,200.
That'll work. I got it.
Rob with second pair.
Robert says 70. How much?
64. What he
Can you
said.
count what more?
Yeah, I got it.
64, and Mark went all in.
Well, we've got Rob with second pair. Mark went all in with top pair. Check raised
Rob
him
could,
all
in
in.
fact, go run a runner for a flush here. Settle down out there, Tony.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I was
see Rob
enjoying your
calling
commentary.
there against Mark.
What's that?
Mark has been playing very tight.
And
Robert
Robert
calls.
makes
Oh.
a call.
Good game.
Yeah.
Well, he's been running hot
I was
though.
gonna say, the way he's been
Robert
running
will, in
all
fact, have
night,
chips
too.
after this hand.
All night.
He's gonna go the runner.
Nice hand.
Oh, I thought it was close.
I did too.
Mark's like,
Oh.
15, 16, 17, 6.
17-6.
17, 7.
Good? Okay. No, I got like 700 left.
Robert has
That's,
1,700.
It's going to be very hard for
700.
comeback to happen here. Unless you're me. If I'm
Well,
sitting there, it's very possible.
If anybody could
Check
do
out
it,
King
I
Bobby
think
Miller. B Million, as they call you.
As Paul
B-Mill.
Moskowitz likes to say, the luckiest man in poker.
Hey, I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
Paul Moskowitz plays a very good game from the rail.
There were a few times that I actually had the luck be out on the opposite end today.
Oh,
I think I made some pretty good calls.
You're
there was
automatically
a couple
on
times
it?
that I made some bad calls too. That ace queen hand when
Dealing at face up.
Ed had the jacks was a rough
Is the
one.
button supposed to get the first card?
Yes.
Is the button right?
Did I give him the
Yes,
first card?
You
The button is
gave
correct.
Mark the first card.
Oh,
That was in fact a
he
misdeal.
dealt you first.
Right, yes, it was a good catch.
Oh my
There.
bad.
I would have been fine with it because I really would have been because it was
My fault. Sorry, guys.
it wouldn't have changed.
So they would have had Jack 3 and 8-6, possibly.
they would have. Those cards didn't come off.
No,
No.
the deck would have been swapped.
Yeah.
Mark would have had Jack 8 to Rob's 3-6.
Oh yeah,
Here
that
we
makes
go.
sense.
Good luck again, Rob.
Oh, this isn't any bad.
Oh, that sixes hand. That's what really swayed the tournament.
Give him 5,
4-6 versus 7.
Line 'em out, guys.
5,
Rob
7,
gets
8.
there. Straight.
4-6 versus 7-8.
This should
They
be
are in
fun.
fact heads up. Robert all in. With a extra 3 on the flop.
Yeah, I'm
shown.
not sure where that came from.
Trainer, there are 2 cards under that ace. The ace of spades.
There's nothing underneath that card, guys.
3, 4, 5, 6. I got a 4 card straight.
Because we do in fact have an ace, queen, ace, 3, king showing on the
Whatever
board.
you want, that's the flop.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure where that 3 diamonds came from.
And
Good game, though.
Mark
Does
wins
in fact
another
take
one.
the hand. The 8 does play.
Weird.
We just another miscue on the cards here.
Third win of the season for Mark. That'll put him in
Yeah, I see
first
that.
place.
We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to Chase the Bracelet,
But maybe your
episode
hand-
5, season number
I
4.
didn't see your hand go
Join
over
us
the
again
top.
next Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm Chris Ward.
Paul Boston.
Spades was
For
way
Tony and PJ Price and the rest of Chase the Bracelet, we'll see you next week.
You sure when you flop them out, you have your deck over?
No, the deck was way back behind. Back
That's so weird. Does it show when you flop the flop? It showed the flop and the turn right away.
Yeah. Well, I read 4 cards for some reason.
Way to come back, man.
He's a hero!